intro to this video quietly because I forgot to do one. So I've done lots of comparisons in this video, as you'll see, and I'd be interested to know your thoughts if you've tried any of the products. This was initially supposed to be a perfume review, but I thought I would film my makeup on TikTok live, and then I spent so long doing that I never got around to doing the perfume review. So this is what you've ended up with. It's a makeup video. Some of these ones are my absolute favourite, but I'd be interested in hearing if you've got any other recommendations. My channel is a bit slapdash at the moment, but I'm getting there. So if you're here for the absolute beginnings. Yeah, I'm having fun. So enjoy the video. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe if you want. You don't have to. Anyway, have a good night. Bye. So I'm just going to do some makeup before I film this video. I'm going to do the commodity fragrances. By the way, I really recommend them. Pro Artist range. It's a good price, and this has lasted me for ages, and it smells really nice, and it works great. This is really moisturising for the warm weather, and the foundation I'm going to use is this Danessa Myricks. It's perfection. So I've got Commodity Milk, I got Moss, I got Gold, I got Milk, and I got Velvet. So I'm looking forward to them. You'll see, look, I've got quite a bit of redness, right? Pores, normal 40-year-old skin. So this is what I do. I've put too much on there, by the way. You only need the tiniest wee scrape. So I've just got a wee bit of number 7 Pro Artist Glow Primer on. Good stuff, real good stuff. Sorry, it's my hands are. So this stuff you can just slap on so easily. Look, you just slap it on. See, what I've got is thread veins on my cheeks. And I could go in and use the concealer that I use, which I love, which is this. Show you. I did a whole video where I used this and, you know, did a whole makeup look and everything, and it completely, basically didn't work. Danessa Myricks, you can really build it up, but I would recommend that you use your hand really to thing it in, because it's like a balm, so it warms to your skin, and it's better on your pores just to, you know, slap it in. That's what I say, slap it in. Look how much I've still got. That is more than I need for my entire face. Right, I'm not going to get too carried away because I actually just need to do this quickly and then get back to my children. But you know what I'm like, so I say that. So I was saying, you don't need to dry that. You don't need to powder that Danessa Myricks stuff down. It goes on like a balm. And you know what? It just sits in the skin nice. I don't know if you can see. I've done the eyebrows, and I said I was going to do pencil versus this, which is the Anastasia sort of colour thing. Oh, but then I'll have 2 mad coloured eyebrows. Well, never mind. We'll do it. We'll do it. This is well loved. I use these all the time. Like, I think I've rebought these about 8 times because they're just perfect. It's the Benefit Goof Proof. You know, it's just standard brilliance. Again, expensive, right? And even though Benefit never fails, I've got loads of Benefit stuff. Some of it is better than others, but that's maybe just the type of skin that you've got or whatever, you know. Not every product's going to be 100% for you, but is it a good product? Yes. And Benefit never fails, and yet I grudge how expensive it is. Why? I think it's because I know that you can get cheaper
and probably just as good. But then, is it the marketing that's got me? Is it? I think I was quite lucky, right? Because I was a teenager in the 2000s. So I turned 15 in 2000. Don't try and figure out what age I am. And the style then, as you well remember, was very thin eyebrows. So everybody was getting their eyebrows plucked within an absolute inch of their life. Would you know? Do you remember going down to like your local place and getting such thin eyebrows? And then get out with your mad thin eyebrows. Well, guess what? I was too lazy. Basically, I was too lazy and I grudged spending the money. And I really didn't wear makeup either when I was at high school. I was naturally just very beautiful. So I just didn't bother, you know, that way. I just didn't feel the need. I wasn't going to be asking my mum for 15 quid every other week to get my eyebrows done, you know. I could be spending that 15 quid on. So that's the first eyebrow look. I've not done it great. I mean, I'm not like a professional makeup person or anything like that. God only knows. But, you know, that's kind of roughly what we're going for. So as I was saying, I never would ask for the money, and when I worked, I wouldn't spend the money. I just didn't bother with them. I just forgot they existed. Now, my eyebrows are actually okay. I don't need to fill them in too much. They're alright, you know, just a normal amount of hair loss in the old eyebrows, but could have been a lot worse. This is the Anastasia. I've had this a wee while, so it might be a wee bit dry. So, you know what this is good for? It just picks up every wee hair that you've got and gives it a wee coat of a nice... This is taupe. I've got this, and I think this is a hard colour to get it in because it's always sold out when I've tried to buy any more. Classic, absolute original sin there, putting it straight on the tip of your brow. Why? Not like the inside. That's the eyebrows done. You want to have a look at these Viseart palettes while I'm here? While I've got you, rather than me doing a whole separate video. This is a Viseart. So they're an American company. These are made in the US, and you do have to get them shipped to the US, but I think there's a UK site that does the Viseart, but they don't do like the full range. So this one is Lilas Lumiere. Lilas Lumiere. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous, right? I use this a lot, kind of every day. Just the kind of pinky colours. And then last night I ended up using a lot of this and this. This is one of my favourite ones actually. So that's the Lilas Lumiere. Really good. You know, they're not that expensive, and they do sales, and these will last for ages. And I might have another one that's on the way as well, because they keep releasing stuff that I just think, well, do you know what? I like those colours, I want it. This was the first one I got, the Praline Entendu. It's more browns and kind of neutral sort of browny colours. This one here. Here we go. This is the Paris Entendu one. This one's really nice actually. I don't really know what kind of look I'll go for this video. I just really want to do something simple because now this is taking me so long. I actually do really need to get back. The children, have to get back to the children. So what are we going for? Do you want to have a look at the bronzer with me? So my favourite bronzer for every day is, unfortunately, it's quite, look at this. Oh, it's quite a dear one, right? So I think it was £40, which, listen, I'll go through cheaper ones that work just as good. But I like this one. First of all, it smells beautiful, right? It matters about the smell, I think. Some people really don't like a smell in cosmetics. I don't mind it. And if it's a powder, I quite like it. But that's just me. So this is the one that I use every day. It's got beautiful pink flecks, pink and gold flecks. It really just goes on so nice. It is lovely. It is lovely, right? But I'll show you. Obviously, I'll show you. But if you're looking for something less expensive but just as nice and it smells lovely as well, I don't know how that is important is to you. Oh, this is a good mirror. I like cosmetics that give you a good mirror as well, because obviously you want to kind of put it on, don't you? It's not the most important thing. So this is the, listen, never sleep on Kiko Milano. You'll get it on Amazon. It's maybe like £12 or something like that, and it is really good. It smells gorgeous, although the smell's kind of going away a wee bit because I've had this for a few months. It's a beautiful kind of vanilla-y one, but look at it. It's gorgeous. A beautiful shimmer. So see, even just lightly dusted, you know, just like here. I know, a cool tone, I get you. It's not particularly cool toned. It does have some cool tones in it, right? Look, see these wee flecks? It does have some cool tones in it. But it's really just going to warm your face up, you know, that way. The other one that I've got is this Wet n Wild Coloury Con bronzer. Another cheap one, maybe like £10–11, maybe even cheaper than that, I can't remember. Beautiful, really nice. No smelty, but it warms up the face beautifully. Really, really nice. And I'll show you it next to the Kiko. See, they're kind of, this is the, that's the Kiko, and this is this one. It's gorgeous. It's really nice. I've tried them. I mean, I could put it on a wee bit, but I'll show you what the cool toned one's like. The other one that I got, which was, to be honest with you, a complete fail, and I don't know if anybody else found this, was the Hoola. This was the only, I would say, benefit product. Raging about this. This was expensive. This was like 30 quid, maybe even a bit more, I can't remember. And I got the lightest shade, and it just is, yeah. The Hoola powder was great, wasn't it? But it was always just a wee bit too orange toned. This is such a weird formula. I'll put it on, right? But it's very weird. It kind of goes on. That's it there. So that's the Kiko one. That's the Wet n Wild one. And that's the, you know, the thingy one. Nice and blurring, you know. They do have more tones now in the original Hoola, don't they? And I feel like I should have just went for the powder. But I was trying to go with testing like balm bronzers. And to be honest with you, it just didn't really work. It just didn't really work. So what I've been using is, and sticking with, is the Guerlain. It is expensive, right? Get that. But you'll be using this for ages. You barely, you know, you're not going to be, if you're needing to really go into it, you're not in the right shade, are you? So, oh, I'll give you a swatch yet. What a diddy. You're watching me as well. You're trying to keep me right. So the one across the top is the Guerlain. Now, really depending on where you swipe, it could just be a bit different, you know. Do you see how the Kiko is so shimmery, so glowy, and the Benefit one is so blurring? But I don't really like that, to be honest with you. Obviously, you've got two different colours here for the Guerlain, but it really just depends on how you swatch it. Like, you know, put it across your face. I just do this to tell you how to suck eggs. What do you think of this bronzer? You know, it just warms up the face beautifully. It's not too much. It's just a wee light. You know, you could really go crazy, couldn't you? And don't get me wrong, I really do get bronze blindness where I'm just bronzing out my nut. Look at me. She's gone wild. Right, so we've got two choices. We could do the Morphe. Lovely. Love it. I've got two shades. which I normally sort of put over each other. So I'll put the nude shade sort of more here and then the wee pink on top. But I also have, if you want something to try, a wee bit of the YSL Make Me Blush, which are coming down in price now because I've been out for a wee while. So what would you like? I've got other blushes as well. I've got a million other blushes. I've got cream blushes. Oh, I've got a nice stick blush. I've got a Westman Atelier. It's just a wee travel kind of size. That's a nice shade as well. I tried this stick. Other one I'll show you as well, which is great for a natural look as well, is this Dior Backstage Glow, right? It's not pigmented, so you really have to like rub your brush on it for about 3 days. But see, when you put it on your cheeks, beautiful. You just don't know where it's come from. Just a nice wee glow. Do you know what I'll do? No. I'll do the palette, okay? What are we feeling palette wise? I think I'll just go with my normal. I mean, she's very bold, isn't she? She's very bold. I've also got some Lisa Eldridge. Limited edition, I think it's out of stock. This is the one that I use most, really, is that one. As I say, I'm just sitting about the house today, so let's just take it easy, okay? Let's just take it easy. Right, so here it is, the Lilas Lumiere. I can't recommend them enough, right? Now, would it be better if you could get them in the UK, shipped quicker and whatever? Yes, it would. The shipping's not that expensive. It's like 70... It's £70, can you imagine? I think it's like between £7 and £9. Not bad. You can buy it through, I think, Shop. And yeah, it's... I can't recommend them enough. They're an American company. You know, I think they're a fairly small company. I don't know if they're like a family business or whatever. The only thing I don't like is that they don't have a mirror. So, you know, that's a bit of a pain because I don't have a separate mirror and I'm so blind. Just a little bit. I just want to show you, you know. How easily they blend and just the effect, the beautiful effect that you can get. Not that I'm saying that you should buy it or anything. I'm just saying if you or anybody is in the market. Look. I mean, it is so hot in here. I'm literally, like, is it just me? If you need a cool toned bronzer, contour, is this. See this NYX? This NYX contour. Now, it looks really light, but it's a sort of greyish tone. Why do people do this? Is this why do people do this? Look. It looks light, but it's not. Do you want me to show you? Right. You can put this anywhere. See this bit, because it comes with a highlighter on the other side, a lovely gold highlighter. But it's more a kind of light, creamy, sort of iridescent. I even use this. I'll put this on my eyes because it's quite emollient. And just rub it right in. And then use that as instead of like an eyeshadow primer. This is cheap as chips and it is so good, right? So you see how cool toned that is? Normally I wouldn't actually put it straight in the skin, to be honest with you. Normally I would thing with the brush, but for you, I thought, let me increase how much time this is going to take me. What do you think? But this stuff is so good. It is excellent. It can be used on your whole face. you know, it can be used in your whole face as like a full blown foundation. It covers up all my thread veins great, blah blah blah. It's great. It's just, I like the Danessa stuff, you know what I mean? I'll show you this. Well, I'll show you this. This is matte pink, really nice. And this is a kind of glowy. It's a kind of glowy one. This, don't be fooled by this Dior one. This Dior one is, you can buy relatively cheaply now. It's been out for so long. They've just reformulated it, so now there's a more expensive version. But this other one, I think this was maybe like 20 quid. So you see what I'm doing here? And I'm pressing quite hard. So there is a decent amount on it, right? I mean, I wouldn't even bother tapping it off, right? I'm just taking a soft brush. Help if I could see what I'm... So you would think that that would go on so... Obviously, if you keep, you know, there's a lot on that brush, so if you keep doing it, it builds up. But see if you're just giving it a wee... You can't even tell where that blush is coming from. There, just gives you that nice sunburned look. I've been up here for so long. I'm having so much... So what do you think? Will we do a brown Lisa Eldridge pencil, or will I just show you what it's... What do you think liner wise? We'll just go dark. We'll just go for the darkest shade. So this is so good, right? Can you see better there? If I can write in. It'd be better if I could zoom, but I can't. This is just a Morphe liner brush, and it is really good. Because I'm not that great with pencils. Or, I mean, the Lisa Eldridge one is great because it's so emollient. It just slides across. But also quite a lot comes off. And then I find that I'm having to blend it. And, oh, I just can't be arsed. Like, that's honestly... I don't wet it. I can't be arsed with it. I just literally... It's quite creamy. You know, it's dry, but it's quite creamy, so you don't need to wet it. Well, maybe some other powders you probably would need to wet it, but not this one. I mean, look at that. So yeah, this is just for darkening up the lash, you know what I mean? Maybe a wee bit of shadow underneath. Don't listen to me about how to put makeup on, just to like... What do you think? I've got two mascaras I can show you, right? I've got two mascaras. I've got the Laura Mercier, which I think I've showed you before. Perfection, so good, so good. Or I've got the Dior. It's a Overdrive Lash or something mad like that. It's a good one. It kind of clumps up a wee bit. Do you want me to do one and one? I've been up here for so long, I think I'm going to be onto plums for reviewing any perfumes, because I actually had... There's 3 perfumes in each tester box, so from Commodity. So I was going to have to do like quite a lot of smelling, but the one I really want to tell you about, I've told you, the Philosophy Fresh Cream. I bought the shower gel and the body cream, and it is so good. I just love it so much. See, for just smelling clean and fresh and kind of sweet, but not too sweet, and cozy. Perfect. Wait, what do you make of that? It just gives a nice, it's black enough without being too black, and it curls enough without making it go clumpy. And I could probably apply more of this and apply more of it and apply more of it, and it just doesn't look, and you know what I even love so much? I like the bottom lash that you can get with it. So I say this is probably the worst I've put this mascara on, just because I can't see what I'm doing, but so I'll do the Dior one, right? I'll curl these eyelashes and then I'll go for it with the... You see it's a lot blacker. The Laura Mercier is kind of better for every day. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful, cool toned, sort of purpley Medici. So this is Fair Line that she had out a wee while ago. What one would you like to go for? The brownie one, this is called Bombshell. What do you think? The Elf. Get back to my children. Glides on really nice. Really nice gliding on. What do you think? It's a nice. No. Obviously, I've told you about this Lumi Glow stuff, which I absolutely love. The Lumi Glow stuff. And I've got the Lisa Eldridge, which, to be fair, I just regret buying, because it doesn't go on top of makeup great. Do you want me to do a half and half? The Lumi Glow versus this one, just while I'm here. Lumi Glow versus... This was like £8, £11, something like that. So cheap compared to this, which was, I think, 20 odd pound. Cool. I should have put this on my nose rather than the other stuff. Idiot. You know what I mean? Because this doesn't, the Lumi Glow stuff doesn't settle into the pores on my nose. But for some reason the other stuff annoyingly has. You know, I didn't put a lot of that Danessa Myricks stuff on my nose, and that tends to fill in the pores a wee bit. Versus the Lisa Eldridge stuff, right? Which, as I say, was pretty dear, and I've barely used it because I've got the Lumi Glow stuff and it's actually amazing. But I'll give you a wee... Oh, too much. Too much. You'll need a wee bit. Diddy. And then I will go, because, again... What do you think? What side do you prefer? I prefer this side. You like the Lisa? Well, it's fair enough. I mean, yeah. Do you know what? The Lisa's nice. It's nice under makeup, but it really is so sensitive. Which this is actually good. I didn't use this for ages because I thought it was a wee bit too deep, but it's actually fine. It finishes off nice. It's got a great mirror, which I use all the time, and yeah, it's just brilliant. Give you a wee. It just takes the. This sets everything nice with it. If you get a silk bonnet, these silk bonnets I think are brilliant. My hair's so long, wait, I'll show you. I'm going to get a proper, you know, I'll get a proper like setup. It is so long. When, like, as soon as I come in the house, I've got that bonnet on so quickly. Get my hair up, I've got it brushed, it's up in a bonnet. This is limited edition. It's just come back out. A kind of coconutty sort of, like a coconut macaroon bar, but it opens up with this like really toasted sort of coconut marshmallowy, biscuity, sort of almost biscuity scent. But see when it dries down on your clothes specifically, it's really nice. I've spent so much time doing this, but this was fun. I really enjoyed this.